The Cryomancer. Now, this is one I don't really use that much at all. In fact, I've probably used it once or twice, so I'm no expert in it. It is, well, since they had the big update and changed the game around a lot, this actually became, at that time, one of the most powerful ones in the game. Originally, it was, in the old game, it was probably the Archer and a couple of others, and then it became this Cryomancer. And at one point, actually, probably one of the reasons I don't use it much is I went into the centre, the capital, should I say, and I always remember going in there and nearly everybody was a Cryomancer because it became so OP at one point. I don't know whether they changed anything or they kept it, but it is still a pretty strong one to use, if not the strongest. Like I say, things do change, so it won't necessarily stay the strongest in the future. Right, let's have a look at its or her abilities when I end up in the right place. There we go. Right, abilities. So like I say, there's quite a bit to this one. It's got all sorts going on. Like I say, I'm no expert on this one. So you've got a shield. You've got Icy Comet, that basically crushes down, obviously. Glacial Fangs, they shoot up. You've got like a whiteout, like a storm that swirls round. Jagged Ice, I think there's one that freezes as well. Best thing is if we just go in and have a look, and Icy... No, it stays the same, so... It's fitting that we come along to some fire. So, your basic attack is that. Secondary attack is like a big one that throws a javelin kind of thing. That's one, it's like a bomb almost. And 2 is your shield. 3 is the sort of glacial things that come out. I think that's more for close range. 4 should help. I'll do 4 again in a minute. And let's just kill this one. Get to a few more. It's got a cool slide, which is that it actually slides on the ice. It moves pretty quick, so you can get away from things as well. Right, we'll go with C, which is this. You basically place it where you want, and you do that. Or you don't do that. You do that. And you'll see it puts an icy sort of swirly thing up which damages everything, kills everything. Well, we'll do... So V is quite a powerful attack as well. V is basically, you see it spins like an ice thing around. It does a lot of damage to the enemy. And your special is that. Pretty much freezes everything, which is great because it stops you from attacking. It doesn't kill him, but it freezes him. And that is your execution.
This warden is seething with rage. The local grass doesn't burn easily. Its temperature must be infernal.
That's another thing. If you pick up special weapons, you can either use a special weapon as like a normal weapon. You can right click it, which in this case gives you like a buff in a staff, it'll slam it into the ground, do massive damage. Just because you didn't know.
The operating platform is close by. You can start the drill from there.
There you go, that's Cryomancer. Now, as far as when you start out, I believe it's pretty good when you start out. And obviously later on you see a fair few people use it. Like I say, it's got quite a few things to it, its abilities and that. And like I say, I'm no expert. I mean, this is probably one class that I use probably the least, even though it is, like I say, one of the most powerful. I don't really use it that much. It's not sort of my thing, this one, really. I'm not keen on when you see that thing come out in front of her. Hang on. That thing, I find that very distracting kind of thing when playing. It sort of uses up some of your screen, especially if you come in closer. You can see it's almost like having two people on the screen. That's probably why I don't use it mostly. It's not because it's anything wrong with the class. Like I say, it's probably the most powerful class there is.